Hi guys, I'm James McIntosh and today I'm joined with Gosport's latest signing, Joe Morrison. Joe, welcome to the club. How does it feel to have joined?
Yeah, no, it's really good to be fair. Massive club, so I'm thrilled to be on board and just want to get going really.
Well, Joe, I think most fans will actually recognise you from your time at Beaconsfield, but for the fans who don't know you, can you just give us a bit of a rundown of your career?
Yep. So U system, I went through the Woking College system, so I was playing alongside education there. Then went through to the first team in pre-season, and then after that went to Walton Casuals. Don't know if you remember. So I was there for a couple of years, had a few injuries there, and then obviously they folded as a club. So then I went to Bedfont Sports in Step 4. I was there for a year. Then went to Hartley Whitney at Christmas of last year. Did really well there, and then obviously signed for Beaconsfield this year. So yeah,
Well, you mentioned Hartley Whitney there and also Beaconsfield, both two teams in this level. So would you say you're quite an experienced defender despite being quite a young age?
yeah, definitely. So I'm quite fortunate that I got thrown into non-league quite early. Even after Woking, obviously I was playing with Walton Casuals when I was 18. Wasn't starting every game, but I got good experience being around that level. So yeah,
Well, you definitely proved to be a really good defender because you actually won Beaconsfield Player of the Month in October. But what would you say your biggest defensive attributes are?
I would say power, strength, leadership, heading ability, pace as well. I'd say I'm quite a non-league defender, um, which I'd say would suit Gosport as well. So yeah,
Well, I was watching a couple videos of you and looking at a couple pictures, and you look massive to be fair. So would you say you're quite? Would you say this plays quite a big part in your game, in especially quite a physical, demanding league?
yeah, definitely. That's one thing I found coming into non-league. Obviously, when I came in, I was 18, and wasn't the size that I was, and it's something I quickly realised is that you're coming up against 30-year-olds, 35-year-olds that have been playing this level for a long time and higher. So you have to be able to physically adapt. So that was a main driver for me getting the size I am and getting bigger.
Yeah, definitely. And it's clear to see you've definitely got the skills because I'm sure many Gosport fans will remember your performance against Gosport earlier this season because I think it took until the 90th minute to get a goal against you lot. But yeah, so you would have played against Gosport earlier this season. But did you find that Gosport played a certain way that you liked, that you remember? Or did you find just anything stood out about Gosport when you last played them?
Yeah, so they do like to play, and that's I think a side of our game, side of my game that I really need to improve as well. And they like to get the ball from the back and then pass it around, pass it through lines, switch it across the pitch, which is really attractive.
Yeah.
No,
So also we have a very young defence consisting of players like Corey Jordan, Harry Kavanagh, and with Pat and Joe's experience, was this one of the key points in you actually joining, just to kind of get a bit of experience from these two who have a known track record of establishing young players?
yeah, definitely. And that was a massive thing talking to Joe and Pat as well. Is that they like having young players and that they can improve. And you always want to be at a club where you feel like you're going to improve, as well as winning games and trying to obviously get promotion. It's also good to know that you're going to be somewhere that you're going to improve your game as well.
Well, exactly, and we're definitely a new thriving squad. And you came to watch Gosport last Saturday, and was there anything you liked about it? Just the whole ground, the crowd, maybe? So, what was your first impressions, though?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed coming down. Even before I'd signed anything, there was fans that already knew who I was and were saying welcome to the club. So it looks like a really friendly club. There was good numbers there as well. I think there was like 700 or 800. So yeah,
And then what do you actually want to achieve with Gosport, both for yourself and for the team?
yeah. I think for me, obviously trying to get the club as high as possible. That was quite evident from a conversation with Joe and Pat that they want to get promotion. I don't think that was the plan really at the start of the season. But being the position that they're in now, they just want to push on. And I want to play as high as possible, try and get to the league above. Um, so yeah,
Well, you mentioned promotion there, and today we've got a massive chance of getting a big boost in our promotion battle as we play Walton and Hersham. So, how are you and the rest of the boys actually shaping up for today's game? Is everyone looking forward to the big thriller?
yeah, definitely. You can see it at training on Thursday. Everyone was buzzing. We prepared really well. Obviously, watched a lot of their videos, and we've made plans on how we can try and hurt them, how we can shore ourselves up as well. So yeah, everyone's buzzing for the game.
Well, Joe, it's great to have you on board. And can you say the final words up the borough to end the interview?
Up the borough.
Final words from me. Up the borough.
There we go.